Welcome to the Table Talk podcast. I am one of the hosts with Space, and you might notice a few new things.
New things, new changes, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm like, I thought I fixed it where we don't bounce up as much, but I guess I didn't. So some adjustments will be made throughout the podcast episode if you're watching it on YouTube. But if you are watching on Spotify, you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. So, what is today's episode, Space?
Today we're gonna talk about collections.
Oh
Collections,
man,
collecting.
I fucking love my collections, dude. We both have recently gotten a few new upgrades to our collections.
Those are two of my favorites. I love the whole entire team. I love Donatello and Leonardo, but I mostly like Ralph better. I'm sorry, y'all. I like my characters when they're hard headed. That's why I like Star Lord.
Space, I might have fucked up, and the entire about everything past the intro might have been cut off.
That's fine. We can
Pre-
restart.
Pretty much, we're doing collections. Space went to Ross, and he likes hard-headed characters because he likes hard head. But oh man,
Let's just restart it at this point. Let's just restart it. I can keep going now.
all right,
I can keep going.
you go, Space.
Okay. Hello. So I went to Ross and I got new things in my collection. And I got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm sorry. Please don't go after me. Um
They didn't hear me
so I got
insult the virgin 50-year-olds with kids that will cancel us just because we forgot one little bit of it. Well, now they did, but you know
so
what?
I
Hey, fuck
got
it.
fucking might as well. So I got that. I got Goku Black Rose. Um I forgot to mention the turtles I got Michelangelo and Raphael.
How big are they?
I How big are they? They're like 6 inch.
Oh, damn.
Not 6 inch, but like a quarter of 6 inch. They're still big, but they're like
They kind of look like actual
5.5.
teenagers compared to everyone else.
Yeah.
Not fucking freaks in nature like a live action Shrek.
You want to see? Here, I have got a picture.
I think you sent me a picture of them. Oh no, you sent me a picture of them in the packaging still.
Yeah.
I don't
Man.
like the Shredder in that line. I want to get into it because it looked interesting. I saw it in person. I was like, damn, every other character's literally the same height as the turtles.
Exactly.
Like, how the fuck can I have Shredder be the same height as Raphael? That's bullshit. No.
That is bullshit. Hold up. This is a very good photo of how tall There's Star Lord. Compared to Star Lord, he's literally like a midget.
Yeah.
Compared to Boba Fett right here, he's like a very tiny bit smaller.
Yeah.
The
For me, I recently have added some figures to my collection that are at my mom's house because I fucked up and forgot to update my delivery address. And I
Yeah, I'll
feel
do
like an
that.
idiot. You know how many figures my mom has to bring up when she comes to visit me later this month?
How much? 20?
She's no, she's bringing up 5 action figures.
Hell yeah.
Two Spider-Man. I what fuck? She's bringing a Yoko Littner to go with my
No
Kamina
corner.
from Gurren Lagann, a Magic Marvel Legend, and there's one more I fucked up with. Oh, also, if they ever arrive, I hope they arrive before she comes down. But the Hasbin Hotel U2s of their plushies of the pig and the cat from Hasbin. I just don't know where the fuck
Yeah.
they are because apparently since October 25th, UPS has received the items, but they don't know where the items are all in the same. So I'm a
Weird.
bit miffed.
Yeah, I understand that.
But
Um,
I also recently, as you
we should
know,
talk about some good websites.
nah, fuck them. I mean, we can, but I don't want to really give them a free sponsorship. They got to send us figures first.
Send us figures first, but we're gonna say we're gonna say a few lines, corporate ones. We're gonna say corporate ones, and we're gonna talk about, and then we're gonna talk about a little bit of one that shall not be named until they sponsor us.
What one's that? BBS?
35 years.
The
Yeah,
fuck is that?
BBS.
Oh, uh,
BBS jersey.
bro, my older brother texted me since he's staying with my mom right now.
Yeah.
He's never seen a Big Bad Toy Store package before, so he thought I ordered a sex toy and it went to my mom's house. He texted me and was like, I or no, it wasn't him. Well, okay, he has seen the box and at first he was like, what the fuck? And I was there when it happened because this is like
Yeah.
months and months ago. He was visiting and saw the box and asked me, and I was like, no, it's an action figure thing. But my other friend, he saw the box, and this is back when I did live with my mom. So I was in like high school, getting ready to move out. He saw the box and literally he walks up to me and goes, "Chris, is this did you buy a fucking sex toy?" And they sent it in a branded box like this. What is Big Bad Toy Store? And I was like, Jay, don't worry. Here, I'll show you. And he's like, I don't want to see your fucking dildos. And I was like, fuck you, asshole. If anything, it'd be a fleshlight. And I open it up and I don't remember the figure. I think it was a figure arts. And he just goes, oh, that's sick. And that's the end of the conversation. But yeah, the
Okay.
my mom initially thought too it was a sex store, and a ex thought the same when she first saw it. Her family, because I had to have a item shipped to her house, thought it was a sex store as well.
Oh,
And my God, but dude, I love collecting. It's so nice.
I was collecting too. Too much money, but
What was your first
um,
figure that you started like actually collecting?
Star Lord. Volume 2 was actually the first figure I ever gotten. Just, I don't know, just something about it. I was like, so happy.
Isn't that the Marvel Legend?
Yeah, Marvel Legend.
Yeah. I don't know why, but every time I look at the older Star Lord figures from Figure Arts, it just looks bad. Like he looks like he has shit on for a mustache instead, and his hair just looks like ice cream.
Yeah, his old design is so fucking his head design. I'm sorry, but his head design for Volume 2 and Infinity War is just not. I'm sorry.
They really butchered Chris Pratt's hair. Then I don't think the mustache ever fit the character, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt looks good with normal facial hair, but I don't know. In Guardians movies, he just one of my friends said it best. He had a pedo stash, but it was grown past the pedo stage.
That's actually crazy.
But is it inaccurate?
Not really.
I mean,
In my opinion, his stash is a little fucking creepy. I can't lie. First volume and second volume, he has his mustache is a little bit silly.
didn't he like shave or he grew out more facial hair for Volume 3?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He grew a full beard. That's because it was showing the depression he had after Gomorrah, basically.
Fair. I I don't think a single figure, a Marvel Legend or mainly Marvel Legend and Figure Arts have ever nailed hair. Like there's
Hair.
definitely good hair
Oh yeah,
sculpts,
hair.
but human hair, like realistic hair, always looks like ass. Have you seen some of the figure arts of Luke Skywalker?
Oh, I have. That hair is so. It looks like a wig. Will
Dude,
you wear wigs?
the newest Luke Skywalker figure from the Black Series line looks like it doesn't look like Mark Hamill. It doesn't look like in a look-alike either. It just looks bad. He has
This looks bad.
brown, like generic brown hair, and it's so creepy. I don't know. And they've given us good Luke hair or Luke head sculpts before too. Like at Star Wars Celebration last year, went with the Revenge of the Sith or Return of the Jedi hair. Yeah, Return of the Jedi. Jedi Luke has a really good head sculpt, but then New Hope comes around like, meh.
Y'all don't deserve that. Y'all don't deserve head scopes.
Y'all don't deserve
Um,
head.
speaking of it, figure works.
Oh?
I gotta say, I love these figures. I love my Power Rangers. I mean, Super Sentai. Technically not Power Rangers. It's Super Sentai. SH figure arts, but they're very easy to break.
Oh yeah.
Very fragile, and I'm very careful with my figure arts because when I first got my Star Lord, I broke his hand peg, and I had to super glue that bitch on just to actually just to actually use it.
Dude, I broke one of my rarest figures recent or a couple while back.
Which one?
My SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Super Future Trunks. The
Oh,
peg for his scabbard broke off, and it's a common issue. But I had to super glue it just so the scabbard would stay on the back because I then broke one of the rubber pegs, and I was like, God damn it! He just went out of print too. I have a second one because at that time I was buying doubles, and I was like, I want him in box, and that's my uh red flag for collecting. I like to get two of certain figures, one to play, one for box, one for play, one for display. That sounds horrible, but it,
my my red flag is that I get my figures used.
you like them used up.
I like them used up. I like to get them if they're like semi used. If they're fully used, I would just clean them up. They're still good figures.
Yeah.
But other than that,
How
I'm
used is
not.
too used though?
How to use is to use. For me, in my opinion, if they have like little scratch marks,
Okay.
I would not mind.
If it's like noticeable scratch marks though, that's where you kind of like draw the line.
If it's like broken in half, that's where I draw the line.
Okay,
If
so
there's like
broken is the line.
broken is the line, exactly. If there's a little like a major scratch mark, but you cannot see it unless you look too fucking close to the sun for it,
I don't get why
then
people gotta do
yeah,
that shit.
I do not mind. I do not mind.
Like
I like
I
I like that.
I met this one person. They came over to my place actually a couple days ago, uh, hoping that goes somewhere. But they come over and they picked up one of my figures. Keep in mind, my place is kind of a mess right now, but they ignored it. I explained to them what was happening and why it's kind of a mess right now. Uh, but not the point. They literally pick up one of my figures that I was like, they asked first, but and then they're looking at it and go, "Oh, you have a small defect here in the paint." I was like, "Motherfucker, from on a shelf up on top, like you've seen my display space. It's the one
I have.
above my video games." They pick it up and they go, "You have a small paint uh mishap or scratch right here." I was like, "You can't even see it. Why are you inspecting?" And from here, you can't see it ever. Like, why? I hate when people, especially toy reviews, when they're looking at a figure and they get super close to the figure and it's like, this looks wrong, that's not right, there's a small paint thing here. Put it on. That's why I like Robo Don't Know. He goes, but on a shelf, you're not gonna fucking see it. What's the point? And then people get pissy about back paint. And it's like, okay, yeah, I get that. And then at the same time, they go, why why did they paint the back? Why'd they put the budget in painting the back? They could have put more budget painting the front. It's like, you bitches, you complain when there's not enough paint on the figure as a whole, and you want it on the back too, in a spot no one's ever gonna see underneath a coat. Like, what the hell?
What
I
the fuck?
I really hate
Um.
like the GI Joe, or I mainly hate Star Wars, Marvel Legend. I hate a lot of the Hasbro fans because they just rag on the company and like
Oh my god.
G.I. Joe
Do
and
not get started
Transformers
with me.
have a completely different budget than like Star Wars and Marvel Legends, and yet they act like they get the same budget, same everything. And it's like, dudes, no. Are you fucking dumb? Like, come on.
While I'm playing Call of Duty.
The new one?
Sorry. Yeah, the new one. I wanted my sister. She let me buy her Xbox. She's like actually gonna let me pay it in payments. So so I can basically keep it until I can fully pay it off.
Spacy and me
Um,
should
yeah,
we should run a game sometime soon because I
we
got
should.
Game Pass, so I can play the new. I can
Fuck
play that on
yeah.
here. I actually haven't installed it. I just
Let
haven't played it
me
yet. We should
let me
record it
fix
for
up my
both our
settings.
channels.
We should. Fuck.
Maybe
I
we'll
should actually stream it. I should stream it.
maybe after we record the podcast.
Fuck
I don't know.
yeah. Oh wait, I gotta play with a friend. But I gotta ask if you can join. I'm pretty sure they won't mind.
It'd just be a little bit later. I don't know. It's almost 1 a.m. But back to
Yeah.
the topic at hand: collecting. What
Oh fuck.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been collecting since my first figure that got me into collecting is the Dragon Ball SH Figure Arts line, the
Yeah.
original wave. I picked up Son Goku, the original Super Saiyan one, and a Goku statue. I hate statues, by the way. So if you ever hear me go, "Oh my god, I'm so excited for the statue," it's not me. It's a fucking skinwalker in my skin, or you know. But what happened was I bought both those at the same time, Super Saiyan Goku's, and it was the first time I ever got paid for a job. And now he is on a new growing up shelf along, but I have almost every SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball figure that's released since 2017. I have almost all of them. I like some of the premium Bandai ones I skipped, and a few of the main releases I skipped. But that's mainly because I don't care for Ginyu Force and Tao Pai Pai.
That
Like
makes sense.
that, or they just priced me out, or they sold out before I could get one, or Big Bad Toy Store canceling my fucking pre-order for Nappa's re-release, and then when I was like, hey, what the fuck, you made me put money down for him, they go, oh, we're sorry, good luck on the next one. I was like, you charged me $10 to secure a pre-order. The fuck?
Goddamn.
That's why nowadays, if I'm putting money down for a pre-order, I'm making sure it's one I know or I really want. Like this Yoko Littner. Guess how much? What's the most expensive figure you bought for your collection space? Out of curiosity.
$50.
What one?
SH Figure Arts Star Lord Volume 2. That is the most expensive figure I have bought, and that's solely because I got it basically new.
I spent $250 on one figure.
Damn, what's what it was? What it was?
It is the Tengen to or it's the Gurren Lagann. I think it's the Sentinel. It's not the Soul Jigoken one. I really want that one though, but that's 300. But yeah, a Gurren Lagann figure. It's die cast. It combines from Gurren and Lagann into Gurren Lagann, and it's pretty big, honestly. I also have the super combining Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann figure where it's all the characters mechs or Gundams or gunmen put together, and it's cool, but never appeared in the show proper to mine unless it's in one of the movies. But yeah, then I think the second most expensive figure I spent or bought was like 150, and I can't even remember which one that was. But dude, I've shelled out so much money on. I buy my figures new mainly because
Yeah.
it's better than the secondhand market. I don't like getting ones that people have touched unless I'm at like a convention and I know I can't get it anymore. Like that's where most of my Marvel Legends come from cons. Same with Star Wars. But then there's ones like Space. How do you feel about buying female figures?
Hero figures. If they're good enough and not very overly sexualized, I'll buy them.
Okay, fair.
Um, I do not own any female figures as of now, and that is solely because I've been mostly collecting the expensive figures before I can get any cheap ones.
Fair. I feel that. That was me for years, and then one day I caved because um I was like I really want to get some for my Marvel Legends and Star Wars characters. Then this Yoko Littner, and I was just like because I always felt weird about buying a female
Female
figure.
characters?
I
Really?
yeah, because like the stigma in the people I talked to at the time was you bought a female figure, you're a creep or you're weird. And I was like,
Oh,
I mean, yeah, I guess. And so I just never did, and I missed out on some really cool stuff. But then one day I said, fuck it. And
yeah.
granted, right now on my desk, I won't lie, I got some really scantily ones, but I'm not afraid to admit it, mainly just because it's like I'm an adult. I think these are cool figures, not just I think they're cool figures, and I bought them because of that sole reason. And I'm tired of having every figure on my desk be like not or my desk I want to be more random, a rotation of figures.
Yeah.
And I think I only got one in a quote unquote dirty pose because I don't like posing them dirty. I mean, they're you know, I like posing them in a cool way.
Yeah,
The only reason one is posed the way it is I didn't know how else to pose it while I look
yeah,
for a spot in my actual displays for it. But when my mom comes, I'm gonna hide almost all the female figures, mainly just because my mom's my mom.
makes sense.
Dude, I ever tell you about the time I bought a figure and I just got the most creepy stare because it was a She-Hulk figure, and they just
Yeah,
looked at me
She-Hulk.
like, bruh. I was like, what? It's not like I'm rubbing her tits or her ass or anything. I just wanted She-Hulk for my collection. Like, what the fuck is wrong with that? Better than when I was like 16 and
Which
I had a
was
Megan
it? Marvel
Fox.
Legends?
It was the Marvel Legend, yeah.
Okay. The comic one
Uh, it's her only
or
one,
the
or
TV show
her
one?
only modern one.
Oh, okay.
It's the
That
comic
makes
one.
sense.
I hate
Yeah,
I hate the show one. That's one thing. I don't collect live action figures too often, especially Marvel ones. Like Spider-Man, Captain America, and Iron Man, I have a couple figures of. Or actually, I have one Cap, one Iron Man from the MCU. I have MCU Thanos and Captain Sam Wilson. But I have like almost all the Spider-Man from No Way Home and onward. Then I have a full figure arts display kind of Spider-Man figures that has Toby and or every Toby figure I've bought, hands down, I will own every Toby Maguire Spider-Man figure. I don't care. Not like every variation, but like you know.
yeah. For
But
me, um, I collect Marvel MCU timelines characters. I like them. Not a lot of people do. I like them. Most of my Spider-Mans are from the MCU, and they're cheaper to get than the comic versions, to be honest.
yeah, I mean the MCU figures also go on sale like all the time.
All the time. That's how I got Icarus for like $6.
Yeah, I was there.
Marvel Legends. Yeah, you were there.
uh,
So I got Icarus.
my
Oh, but
nuts.
speaking of female characters, I would actually pick up a few. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's some really good ones. I have seen some really good ones. Um, my favorite ones have to be the in space pink and yellow Rangers, but they're expensive. The yellow Ranger is kind of expensive. The pink one is actually easy to get.
Yeah. I like
Yeah,
here's my personal take when it comes to collecting female figures. As long as you're not doing creepy shit with them, it's fine. Like if you
that's
treat
fine.
it as you would any other figure, then that's okay. But I'm so tired of being ashamed to own a single female figure. Like when I was at New York Comic Con, I bought the chick with a giant red hammer from Chainsaw Man, the Figma.
Yeah,
And by the way, this is my first ever Figma. I liked it enough to buy a second Figma. That's one of the figures actually I have on my desk right now, and I think it's really cool. It scales nice with figure arts. It looks nice in my opinion. It kind of feels better than the figure arts Chainsaw Man himself that I got at New York Comic Con. But like, so that when I bought that figure, my mom was like, "Why are you getting the girl?" I was like, "Because I want to get in the show, and she's kind of part of the duo. And most of the Chainsaw Man characters that we have in figure form are female, apart from the main dude.
yeah,
And like from what I've seen on Chainsaw Man, I can't watch that show if I'm not in a good headspace, which I haven't been lately, but that's beside the point. But
that
like
makes sense.
speaking of collecting stuff though, Legos.
Ooh, Legos.
Might as well make this a part of the episode.
Yeah.
What mainly to start the Lego conversation, what would you say is the worst community for Legos?
What I have to say. What I have to say. Um, I'm gonna have to give it up to the fucking Ninjago line a little bit. They're
You
a
think
little
they're the worst
toxic.
community?
Not the worst community, but they're toxic. But for that, I'm gonna have to go with the Star Wars one, to
Oh
be honest.
fuck
Oh my
the
god,
Star Wars community.
the Star Wars community for Lego. Oh my god, they'll fucking literally buy a bunch of Lego sets,
and then
resell
resell.
them for like a bunch of because it has a character, and then Lego would just be like, "Ha, fuck you," and then start selling those figures for like fucking cheaper.
Captain Rex.
Oh, Captain Rex, yeah, exactly, Captain Rex.
I'm so
I just
mad
recently
because
got him.
M&R Productions did that shit, dude.
You did?
Yeah, he bought a fuck ton because he resells them, and he told everyone, "Don't get this set, don't get this set." I forgot, like, pretty much his whole circle was saying that shit, and I was so mad. It's like no one was buying the set because if you paid attention to any of the leaks, which by the way, they did not cover the leaks unless it's an expensive set. Uh, but it came out as a leak. Rex was getting that tiny set, the microfighter, and they were like,
For sure.
it. This is an old leak. They tried to discredit it. It comes out and they threw a massive tantrum about it not being exclusive anymore. It's like, dude, it's a W for the community. And it's a plus for consumers. Shut the fuck up, you whiny cunt. Boo hoo, grow up. You're almost 40, dude. Like,
It's
come
true.
on. I'm in my
Fuck.
early 20s, and I don't even care that much about Lego Star Wars. I just buy it once in a while, and I've even thought about selling some of my shit.
Hello.
I love watching because a little behind the scenes, guys. When we talk now, it does it automatically through OBS on. So if you're watching on YouTube, that's how we're doing it so seamlessly. Still some tweaks to be made, but you know what? Hey, but so I just want Space Grunt and his character just go deeper and deeper down, and I'm trying not to laugh. So if you're watching or listening on Spotify, thank you. And by the way, that's what's happening on YouTube. So yeah.
So you're gonna get rid of your fingers.
Oh, I'm not getting into the minifigures. I said the sets.
Oh, I take those. I actually collect sets. I love good sets.
Yeah, and the only reason I want to get rid of them is
What
space.
sets
Like,
you can try to get rid of? Space.
yeah, I'm thinking about getting rid of
Are they the play sets? Because if they're
the
the play sets, I'll
no,
take
it's
them
the
off your
on
hands.
Endor display of the speeder chase
No.
scene, and I
Spirit
don't
chase.
keep the minifigs for it.
Yeah, that's
And
the thing about me. I like to collect both Legos and the sets if I can.
I just want the minifigs, but apparently 2025 we're supposed to get some good episode 3 ones, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna end up redoing my whole Lego Star Wars display because I'm a prequel fan. I love Episode 3. That's my favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Um, I love the Clone Wars and Episode 2. If you take out the middle part, it's a pretty damn good movie. Episode 1's also pretty fun. Uh, but ironically, I think every or the middle part of every Star Wars trilogy kind of sucks.
Oh yeah, that's
Like Episode 5, in my opinion, it like episode 2 and episode 5 have weak middle points in the films. Very weak, easily skippable. I usually do when I watch them. But if
yeah.
I won't lie, I haven't seen all the sequel trilogy stuff. I saw Force Awakens maybe 5 times. I saw
I've
Last
always been.
Jedi when I was drunk,
Yeah.
and Skywalk or the episode whatever 9. Um, I don't even remember, or I don't even know if I saw that one. One of my friends, me and him got really, really wasted one night. I don't even, that night, I got off work at midnight. When was it? No, it wasn't midnight. It was 10 o'clock. I'm thinking of a different night. It was 10 o'clock. There's a movie showing, and so I go to his house. I get there, and I don't remember the rest of the night. I just remember waking up in the back seat of his car and having to go to school in 4 hours. So I booked it home, showered, and went to school, and I passed out in first period again. And my teacher was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I just simply told her, "Oh, I worked till 1 a.m. last night," bullshitting it, even though um I usually would work till almost 2 a.m. in school. For me, I had to be, I think it was started at 6, and I would wake up at 4.
Yeah.
When we get to the mental health episode space, I won't lie. I'm gonna make a lot of jokes about what I did. So I'm getting them out now, prepping the audience and you. Don't do what I do.
Um.
If you're in high school, don't
I'll do.
ever work till midnight. Like, just don't do it. especially if you have to be
I'm
at
doing
school early. Take it from me.
exactly.
Then you become an art student.
That's worse than Actually, no, I'm not gonna make that joke. Anyways,
No, no, make a joke.
um,
Make one of us. Come on.
okay. If you drop out of art school, don't invade Poland, okay?
No, no, no. I mean, that is a respectable thing to. I mean, not respectable. Fuck. Whoa, okay. It is a logical, extreme step to do afterwards, but don't do it if you're gonna invade anything. Invade.
France.
They just go, wait, we give up.
Just invade France. What are they gonna do about it? They don't even have anything cool. They have fucking cheese and wine. What are they gonna do? Throw at you? Fucking wine and
They
cheese?
have cool shit in France.
No, they fucking don't.
They have a giant tower.
They have a giant tower that you could just fucking fuck yourself with, and you'll still be more stressed enough than goddamn Lana
They'd probably
Rhodes.
take a plane.
I don't even watch porn. How the fuck do I know this?
Oh man. By the way, Space, I hope you know we cannot scrap this episode. We literally have one episode recorded. Episode 4 is literally the only video we have ready to go.
I'm gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't watch porn, but the reason why I knew about that fact was because in 2020, I
Space,
think
I would
2021,
stop right here. I would stop right here if you're gonna say what I think you're gonna say.
Lot, that guy from Logan Paul dated Lana Rhodes, and I was reading the comments about her, and people were saying, "Damn, she's more stressed out than New York's Times Square."
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something completely different.
I was like, "Oh," and I searched up who she is.
Bro, she just had his kid, didn't she?
Yeah, she just said,
Damn, Logan out
"I'm
here
pretty sure
collecting
the baby
L's
slipped
left
out."
and right.
I heard. I'm pretty sure it slipped out. The baby slipped out so fast they probably dropped it.
Dude, there's a rumor that it's not even Logan's kid.
Yeah, it's not even Mike. That's his name, right, Mike?
Well, here's the fucked up part. Logan only has one testicle.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we know
So
this.
there's a chance that that's not his kid. I mean, the chance is even greater
I,
with his fucking wife. I don't even know. Are they actually married?
oh yeah, they're married. Him and his wife. Yeah,
When
they're
the
actually
fuck
married.
did that
Have you seen
happen?
the fucking clip? Have you seen a clip of him with the Prime and the Lunchy
Fucking.
while she was just
I pray
giving
to God I'm
birth?
never that cringy. That he, like I said, he's collecting L's to left and right. Like, dude, how do you fuck up that bad? Goddamn.
I like my lawsuits drippy, bro.
Fuck. We probably should stop talking about Logan before he tries and sues us.
Oh yeah, speaking of Logan Paul, the Pauls, Jake Paul apparently fought Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I watched it.
Um,
It.
Man gets defeated by a guy who can't even jerk off properly.
So Jake won.
Jake won, yeah, totally not stage or whatever. Totally
Well,
not a
this
60-year-old
is
man.
what the rulings kind of were. By the way, Mike barely lost. Barely. I think it was like by three
Barely.
points.
You know what's funny? I heard apparently that Jake Paul could tag in his brother any moment
No,
in the fight.
that was fake.
That was fake?
Yeah, dude, I watched it live.
Ah.
Logan literally appeared like midway through the event.
Did he promote Prime? Did he promote fucking Prime?
No, they
Oh.
cut away from Logan almost every opportunity they could. He was barely on camera. I'm not kidding.
They were like, oh God, he's in a shit ton of allegations right now. Go to camera! Go to
Um,
camera, please!
what ended up happening was Tyson had a injured knee, and I mean, come on, he's almost 60, so
That man
he
is
has a
fucking
bad
old,
knee,
yeah.
and worst off, Jake had a 5-inch reach and had 3 inches of height on him. So if I'm remembering my rules right, that's some bullshit, and he shouldn't have been able or allowed to fight Mike due to those stipulations.
Yeah.
But here's even a more load of bullshit. There was things Jake was doing that genuinely should not have been allowed. Um, and I think the thing that fucked Mike the most up, I think a lot of it
Yeah.
was psychological. I think he went in and, like, he definitely needed a fight before this. This was like, I don't
His first fight in years.
in 4 years.
Yeah.
He had an
4 years.
expedition in 2020 and lost that due to a injury, and he didn't even have time to actually train. He had 7 months, and he had to recover for about 4 months or 2 months out of that time.
You know what I want to see? Jake Paul versus. I want to see him fight Canelo.
Guess who
I want him.
Mike Tyson's
What?
fighting next?
Who?
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
Yep, he's
Fucking
fighting.
hell.
He's hopping in the ring with Logan Paul.
That's actually
He
insane.
called him out. He said they were like, "Is this your final fight? The true end to Mike Tyson?" He goes, "You never know. I might fight. I might come back in the ring." And he's like, "Who would you want to fight?" And he just turns to Logan and goes, "I might fight him, Logan Paul. Might fight your brother."
I was, I was
Logan
expecting
literally
them to
looked
make
like
a.
he
I'm
was
not.
about to shit himself because here's the thing. Jake did not look I mean, Jake looked fine, but I think Jake genuinely was terrified because he fought completely different. He was on the offense the entire time. Jake got hit one time and immediately fucked off for the rest of the fight. He did not get close to Mike after that one hit. I think if Mike got one or two more good hits in, it Jake would have been done. But one hit scared him
Yeah.
off, and he knew Tyson has his strength still. That's the thing. So hands down, I think Tyson genuinely would have won that if like Jake went in a little bit more confident or egotistical
Yeah.
like usual. But Tyson just did not have the. He needed a warm up fight pretty much. I think if he had a fight today
Yeah.
and then in to start next year off in January, enough recovery time, he would have had his instincts back in. But he did not. It was obvious that in his knee. Like you cannot go send a 60-year-old dude in with a knee injury to fight someone in his physical prime.
Can I
That
pause this real
and
quick?
the
Pause
steroid
this
use
real quick.
is very obvious on Jake right now.
Yeah.
His
Oh yeah,
fucking
that
hair
that.
is receding ungodly so he's having a comb
Fuck
over.
yeah, it is.
Like at
Oh,
least
can
Logan.
we pause this real quick?
Oh, here, 1 second. End part one of recording here, please. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Video Game Showdown Throwdown, where every new episode we have two new hosts and two new fighters, ranging from 1 to 5 minutes, concluding in a 13 episode season, and hopefully we get to season two. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoy. Alright, I hit the record button just so I can clip it. We were talking about Legos
Legos.
and
What
what
did?
the worst community is.
Okay, West Community. Let's go back
Yeah,
to that.
I think you
You asked
said
me the question.
Ninjago.
I said Star Wars.
Oh well, but yeah, no, I hate the Star Wars community so much. But I think the Marvel
Oh,
one's
yeah.
low key just as bad, if not a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree. Fuck
The,
Star Wars community.
the Marvel community is just fucking dumb. I don't even think they like. I genuinely don't think they like Marvel. Like, one dude I do like watching, I forgot his name, but he ranked recently all of the Hulk figures in Marvel. And he goes, I don't like this one because his hair is green. And I'm like, motherfucker, Hulk's hair is green in the comics, and this is a comic based figure. Are you dumb? And then gives a MCU Hulk with no real like I I hate the MCU styled Hulks for in Lego so much. They're this supposed to be this olive green, but they look more fucking gray. The faces look blown out and stretched, and then they go, but the minifigure versions look even worse. And it's like it's a minifigure of Hulk. Of course, his jaw or his face is going to be a little exaggerated as a minifig. As a big fig, it should at least look cohesive, not like a bootleg.
Exactly. Sorry.
All good. But yeah, and then like the Star Wars community, they want so much detail, but it's like, bro, you're losing the Lego charm.
Dude, just buy fucking Black Series at that point.
Yeah, no, really, because like you want all this detail, right?
You're
It,
spending more for Lego than for a Black Series. Like a Black Series is like 20 to 30 bucks. A Lego can range up from fucking
that,
20 bucks to 100.
I think the most expensive Lego set is like 800 bucks or 900.
Isn't it the AT&T? Not AT&T. AT?
Mm,
Some shit. I know the Millennium Falcon is like $500 or some shit.
yeah. And what's worse is like I don't even think they like Star Wars because then they'll talk about the characters and I'm like, okay, got his name wrong. And it's not even like small characters. Or they'll be, I don't, they say they don't watch this stuff, so why collect it?
I don't really like the character Jawa the Grievous who touches Storlac the Destroyer.
Like, I don't get the Lego community. And plus, enough
You
is
know what?
never enough with them.
Oh yeah, God no. The
Like,
Lego community is kind of bad. They suck. They don't know what to tell Lego. They're like they glaze everything. They're like, oh my god, this is the greatest set ever made, and it'll be like a fucking $2 poly bag they found off the street.
then, like, they get mad when Lego puts desirable characters in expensive sets. And it's like, okay, that's fair though, because those characters would not sell by themselves right now.
Oh yeah, God no.
Like, fucking Jedi Bob. No, everyone that grew up with classic Lego Star Wars was like, oh my god. And everyone else was like, oh my god, they made Jedi Bob, who is this character that Lego just made up back in the day. Look, okay, move on. And they don't even talk about the fact that Jedi Bob is back and Lego made a new figure of an old character look like an old figure.
Yeah,
That's fucking
and
cool.
then like I mean they did it before with the big minifigure. They did it with the classic minifigure build where you get the giant robot thingy. It's technically a robot because the minifigure itself goes inside the character's head,
Well,
controls
like
them.
Jedi Bob, they made look like a figure that's been played with over 20 years.
Really, it's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like withered and has scuffs in it. But then they want super detailed Legos, and it's like that doesn't look cool.
Just get a fucking at that point, just get a action figure.
Like, come on, grow up a little bit. I know Lego is cool. I like Lego a lot, but I like simple Legos. I think the 2010s had some of the best Lego Star Wars, but I do think some of the newer Lego Marvel stuff is pretty good, but at the same time, like I just hate the Lego community so goddamn much.
Good to do. I think the only good figure I really liked that designed that was a lot of detail is the Moon Knight figure. I like that one. That one's really pretty.
Even then, it's still somewhat simplified, which they don't like. Like, I don't know,
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I love the bit of simpleness it has. Oh, sorry. Let me. Oh,
but dude, I love collecting.
God. Oh,
I
sorry.
all good.
Burp. Um, but yeah,
I I recently started going back through, looking on eBay for some childhood toys to round off some of the original sets I had, like Bakugan.
yeah, Bakugan. They still make those, by the way.
Well, now they're super complex and they're in the era of the splitters, and I have one of the originals in my set, and I hate them. I like the G1 Wave 1 figure styles, like the OG Dragonoid. I have the or Air Bakugan, I can't remember her name, but it was Shun's Pokemon.
Yeah,
And or not Pokemon, fuck, Bakugan. Sorry, I've been playing a lot
Bakugan,
of that Pokemon
the
card game
Pokemon
lately.
card game.
Yeah, Pokemon's new TGC card game. It's really fun,
Hell yeah.
but
Um,
I don't like how they're trying to monetize it. But oh well.
I think Bakugan. I remember my first time experience with those. It was literally, it was right on time actually. I was just a kid, and I found them in my parents' fucking closet, and I was like, "What is this?" And I didn't know what they were. And then I didn't even know they had cards in them. To be honest, I just threw them on the ground and they just opened.
Yeah, they're magnets.
Yeah, the magnets. I didn't know that at the time. I literally just thought they were fucking real life Pokemons that you just have to throw them and the monster comes out. I was like, whoa, this is so cool. And then someone told me they were like, oh yeah, they're magnets. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, they're magnets. And they showed me how to work. And I was just like so fucking genuinely like so shocked. I was like, what?
Yeah.
This is
Me,
not.
oh,
This
go
is
on.
not part of my lore.
Back in the day, it was like first grade for me. We had a Bakugan ring at my school during recess. And the rule was you won, or if you won, then you got the loser's, or you got to choose, or the loser had to give you a Bakugan. And so, but I think in the actual universe, it's you gave up a card and you would lose a Bakugan into the Shadow Void, or into the Shadow Realm, which we just did as trades. But a lot of kids obviously didn't want to give up their Bakugan because you could go Baku broke with it.
Yeah, I can't
So
let you out.
it got banned very quickly. But I was also a fucking
Yeah,
menace. I knew how to play the game correctly, and the kids I played against did not like me for that.
I did not know how to play the game. I literally discovered that the game was done that way. I just thought you threw them. They came out, and you just look at them and you put them back.
Yeah, I had the official Bakugan rulebook.
This motherfucker.
I had the rulebook, I had the guide, and it was bad when I even had one of the original big figs of Dragonoid. It was his original Bakugan form, like when he's in the field, not as a ball.
Jesus.
And I was a big Bakugan fan, man. I loved it. I wanted to
I,
or dress up as Dan Kuso for Halloween, but we
yeah,
could never find the Dan Kuso Halloween outfit. We'd find one or two of the leftovers that people had, but I could never dress up as Dan.
I found a shit ton of Bakugans at Ross when I went toy hunting.
Ooh, nice. I
There
just
was
don't like the
they're
new
cheap.
ones.
They're cheap. Very cheap.
I mean, yeah, they've been shell forming for like 3 years now because the anime ended a while back for it too, which to me
What? I didn't
was
even know
just
it was anime.
yeah.
I'm not gonna
Well,
lie to you.
it had an anime back in the day, and then it got a new anime with this new round of them, and it they just kind of fell flat. In my opinion, they fucked up by not appealing more to the classic fandom, which is rare for me to be like, you should have appealed more to me. But it's like all of us grew up on Bakugan. Why are you not trying to get our money by doing like a classic wave? Instead, you did like they literally just repeated everything that the original series did in like 2 years, and now
I
it's
feel
shell
like
forming.
I feel like companies hate money and they don't do anything that generally will give them money.
Yeah, like Bandai, they own the rights to Ben 10 toys, and they've never given us high quality Ben 10 toys
They
outside
want
of
to.
like one or two Omnitrixes, and literally everyone's like, "Can we please get highly articulated Ben 10 figures? Can we please do this? Can we please get this?" And they're like, "No." They ignore it.
Oh, Ben 10. Oh my god, I haven't heard that name in a while. Holy fuck.
Like I recently was because I want to have a weapon wall in my apartment,
Yeah.
and I was thinking about adding
What
the
the fucking
Omnitrix to it.
this motherfucker with the Omnitrix. Which version? The original
In
or
my
the Alien
collection,
version?
I have the original. I had Alien Force and Ultimate Alien. I never got the Omniverse one because I did not like Omniverse at the time of release. I did come to enjoy it more than Ultimate Alien, but
Alien Force was my Ben 10. I can't lie to y'all. I'm sorry. I grew up on the original, but Alien Force was the one I re- resigned with as a kid.
Alien Force I liked, but when Ultimate Alien came out, I initially dropped the series because I was like, or I liked Ultimate. I watched almost all of Ultimate Alien, like whatever I could watch, I'd watch it. But
Yeah,
I was like, I can't. This is just not fun anymore to watch. I lost the plot, and by
it lost a lot.
I
A
just
fair
didn't like
bit.
the downgrade animation. Like I did not like I hate when a series does a art style change and it's super drastic. Like Batman the Animated Series to the new Batman Adventures. I could stomach. I as a little kid I could realistically see these as a the same show because it had the similar motifs. The new one I just could not with Ben 10. And then when Derek J. White did Omniverse, or who I think it was Derek J. White style for Omniverse, to me that's not canon to my classic Ben 10. And I I just don't like it. I don't know. The style's too far different. I do like the style. It's just not
You like
classic
Style?
Ben 10.
Uh, Personality wise, or is
Pers-
it the same personality wise
I
for the character? You
by
don't remember?
Omniverse he's supposed to be like 18 and he acts like a 10-year-old still. He doesn't develop as a character. So the show I have a lot of issues with some media that I grew up with, which would be an amazing episode to talk about or rant in like childhood media.
Can't wait for
But
that episode.
like something I've been trying to collect more of, speaking of media, is animation cells. I have two right now in my collection, but there's three cartoons I want, or three cartoons, one movie, and as many Dragon Ball ones as I can get. But I want animation cells really bad. I am
Yeah,
willing to sell a lot of my collection off just so I could afford more of them.
for me, I want to collect more Power Rangers DVDs.
Ooh,
I love Shout Factory's Power Rangers DVDs. They are my new go-to at this point. I grew up on the Volume 1 and 2 Power Rangers DVDs that they used to have. And oh my god, they used to take me way back to Dino Thunder, which was not mine, but my yeah, had one done. Had one. I think it was Volume 1. And I remember rewatching it so many times.
dude, here's a question, Space. Do you prefer
Yeah,
getting a series collection or a season collection or a volume collection?
at this point, I'd rather take a series collection for Power Rangers. I'd rather take from series 1 through.
But yeah, no,
We're gonna have to delete that. Okay, let me go back to us saying.
I didn't even hear what happened.
Okay, thank God. I'm just gonna have to delete it though. Might as well delete it. I'm gonna just repeat what I was say. Oh yeah. But yeah, I'd rather take a series to be honest, in my opinion.
Fair. I I like getting a complete series. I did that with if it comes out, I'm buying it because it's so much cheaper than hunting down individual volumes. I fucking hated
Yeah,
getting a volume as a kid.
oh,
Like
I did too.
you buy
I
a
wanted
volume
more.
one. Oh, what's that? 3 episodes? Get fucked, kid. Now you can't find volume two. Here's volume four. And then 9 months later, you'll find volume three. But guess what? Volume three only has a part two that, with part one being on volume two, and that's only one half of the season. Oh, here's volume 16. Get fucked, little Jimmy. You can't get your whole show.
I fucking hate that. Um, I'm so happy that fucking Shout Factory was able to create a single series volume than multiple. They did it. They actually did multiple volumes, but it makes sense with why they did it for. Like the original Mighty Morphin, they have a three. They have a box set with all three seasons.
Ooh,
I think they also did one for In Space, where it has a first volume and a second volume, and it's like the first half of the season and then the last other half of the season. And it makes sense because these are kind of like much longer. These are much longer seasons, and they're very much more important to the story than compared to like something like fucking Turbo.
okay.
Turbo, Turbo and Zero, in my opinion, are they're good. They're good seasons, but in my opinion, Turbo doesn't become good after the new cast comes in. After they replace the original cast with um Carlos, TJ, and Ashley and Cassidy. I fucking say her name wrong. Uh, but with them, I've been rewatching Power Rangers and I fucking me forgetting the names already. Oh my god, I'm so forgetful. But yeah,
How can you
and
forget your favorite franchise characters? You should have every single background character remembered, memorized, and all that. You're a fucking fake fan, Space. How could
I
you?
am a fake fan. I'm a fake fan. Okay, I'm a fake
You're
fan.
a Lego Star Wars fan equivalent for that.
Oh my god, yeah, exactly. No, but I remember the names. I think it was yeah, I think I said her name right, but yeah, I do remember their names. But like the thing is, if the character is just too forgettable, I forget about it. That is me when I forget fucking that little kid from Turbo was in that show. Justin, I keep forgetting he's in that fucking show every time because he's generally such a forgettable character.
Space, I'm gonna blow your mind. I
Yeah,
have no idea who the fuck you're talking about.
I know. So, so
You
let me
mentioned Power
okay.
Rangers, my brain goes, okay, think of the one power or two Power Rangers you grew up with. That Green Ranger one with a clear chest and a bowl for a hand. And I think I had a Yellow Ranger at one point that was missing a leg. I don't even remember that. I know the Green Ranger was mine. I do not know where the Yellow Ranger came from, and I don't know where it went.
For me. Okay, so I'm gonna a little time. So in Power Rangers Turbo, it had a movie. It had a movie before it had the show, and this was the first, uh, first like yeah tie-in movie into the series because the first time they did a movie was the original, and that was like between season 2 and 3. No, yeah, it was yeah between those two, and basically they made the movie, and it was okay. It's a very mid movie. But so in Turbo, it was the first ever movie that had the TV show tie-in, and what they did for some fucking reason, I don't know what they were thinking. They thought it would be a cool idea to have a little kid as a Blue Ranger, as a Power Ranger, and because I was like, oh my god, little kids will relate to this. No, they did not. They hated it, and I can't lie to you, I hated it too. I hated Justin as the character. I'm so sorry, but Justin as a little shithead was not a good plan at all. I I agree with the people that grew up with the show first seeing it because when I rewatched the reruns with VHS or DVDs, I would have to say that yeah, fuck Justin, bro. He is just a terrible character. That they could have gone well, but it made him slightly annoying. And the whole point of him just being a kid, being a Power Ranger, was to like market it, but everyone hated it. Every little kid hated it.
My older brother liked Power Rangers growing up, from what I remember. And I don't know. To me, that was the one show coming from me, by the way, the dude that literally decided to I want a representation of these characters for the rest of my life on my body. Uh, did not like a show that made me feel like I was watching action figures fight, and my favorite movie was Toy Story.
Jesus.
I don't know. Something about Power Rangers I just could never get into. But
Oh, you
here
cut off for a bit.
I have a question
Yeah.
for you, Space. Ho-
Yes.
Collecting background characters, or like when a background character gets more merch than some main characters, how does that make you feel?
If I like the background character, I don't mind. If I do not like the background character, what the fuck are you doing? My opinion, I would have to say this would have to go to um Bark. Actually, I don't know who those have to go to. There's so many I could pick. Um, hmm,
Then how about this?
yeah.
What about when a side character gets almost little to no merchandise, but they're like important enough where you kind of need them?
Oh my god, I hate that. I hate that so much. Um, I would
This
have to go with
that's
for
the Dragon Ball.
the Dragon Ball. That's a lot of Dragon Ball Z characters,
Yeah, no, they
or a
do
lot
that
of
to almost
Dragon Ball
all of
Super.
them. Uh,
All of them.
I'm missing Tien Shinhan, Nappa, and I was supposed to get Nappa. I think I said this in the first half, but they canceled my fucking pre-order for it after I already put money down.
Yeah.
And then Tien, I just didn't have the money to get, and I had to get a Yamcha re-release when they did him. And now I have a Tien, no Yamcha. I have a Vegeta, no Nappa, and I'm just
So
like,
I
goddamn.
goddamn, I really fucking hate when a side character that is really kind of important to the series does not get figures, or anything at all. I would have to say that would, in my opinion, before volume two, um, I would have to say Yondu. Yondu barely got anything. Now, I mean, Yondu now has a lot of things, but
I wouldn't
he,
say a lot of
bro,
things. I've
eh,
never seen one of his figures in IRL
really,
or in stock. Like that's partially
I
why
haven't either.
didn't ever get the Guardians of the Galaxy figures when they were being made.
They're very hard to get now at this point because like not a lot of people care for them for some reason. I do. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy,
I think a lot
mostly
of people
Star Lord.
stopped caring about Guardians mainly because of that whole James Gunn situation.
The whole James for me, I did not. For me, I felt so fucking like genuinely like what the fuck. But other than that, I love Guardians of the Galaxies. I love the way James Gunn did it, and I like collecting their figures. I really love fucking Star Lord. But I want to say, oh, speaking of which, to answer your other question of characters that get too much merchandise that I find very annoying, I gotta say, Baby Groot.
Oh my god, fucking. The only Baby Groot merch I have liked is when he's in the flower pot or the Hot Toys 1-to-1 scale. That's
Want
it.
to let's go?
The Hot
Oh
Toys
my
1-to-1
god!
scale is probably the only Baby Groot figure that the universe needed, and yet I don't even think it sold that good. And everyone said they'd wanted one. Everyone said they'd buy one. No one fucking bought it, from my knowledge. And I can't find my Swiffer. That's one thing I hate about collecting, by the way, is
Yeah.
dust.
Oh god, him too.
Oh man, the dust. I hate cleaning up them, but every now and again, like, did you know if you don't dust your figures every now and again, the dust becomes permanent?
I play with my figures, so I barely experience any dust. It's mostly the Legos that I experience a shit ton of dust with.
Bro, don't even get started on cleaning
Fucking hate it.
Lego.
I just give up. I give up. I kind of like you. I give up cleaning my Legos every fucking month. I just let them
I
get dust away.
need to order a cleaning kit for Legos because my Daily Bugle I want to clean. Um, and I need to clean off or de-dust my apartment soon because they're doing an inspection. But it's like a good reason for me to go and clean up my stuff.
Yeah,
But dude, I'm so over some of the recent re-releasing figures is good, but they never re-release the figures that you actually want.
exactly. I
Like
really wish they could do a remake of Volume Two Star Lord, or at least Volume One. Because holy fuck, Volume One Star Lord figure itself is such. It has like the twink body build, and it's so fragile at points. Like it's so easy just to like randomly almost break. I fucking hate that.
well, here's the thing: if they put it back or that version back out, it's just gonna be the same buck, same everything,
I would
maybe
say
better
they
face.
like remake it, like basically add a new body to it. Add the volume two body.
I
Like
don't think they will though, because like
yeah,
they just re-released No Way Home Spider-Man in his normal red and black suit, uh, and Endgame Captain America. Last year they did Iron Spider in '85 Iron Man. By the
or
way, which peg warmed all
they
hell?
they re-released black and red Spider Man. The
Yeah,
from
the like the one from the start of the movie.
oh shit, I didn't know that. Let me check
Yeah,
that
it
out.
used to be
I
a Walmart
pre-order.
exclusive. I don't even think it's available for pre-order yet. I think it goes up later or early
I
next year.
fucking I really love that suit. I can't lie to you. I
I
really
like
love
the
that suit.
suit, but here's something else that kind of
Yeah,
pissed me off. They could have added better paint apps to it. They took away accessories, and we don't even know if the Captain America is coming with Mjolnir like he did in the initial Endgame release, which was also a Walmart exclusive. So they're taking figures that A were Walmart exclusives for this round, which is good. It's good because I want to get another Cap, but they already re-released him once, and he shell formed and went on clearance everywhere I went. And I did not want to buy another Falcon Captain America without wings, so I didn't buy him. The only difference here
Um,
is for Spider-Man, no Peter Parker head, and I think they took out some of his hands.
real question is, does anyone actually buy the baby Groot shit?
Yes, actually. There was this. Okay, I know they don't listen to the podcast, so I don't care if I say it. There was this one girl I was seeing, and she loved Baby Groot. She had a Baby Groot tattoo. She also wanted to get a Baby Groot. The same thing though with Baby Yoda. I don't get the Baby Yoda shit. That annoys me. Baby Groot
Baby
and
Yoda's
then
a
Baby
grown
Yoda.
ass man. That
Baby
Baby
Yoda
Yoda's a
is
grown ass man.
50.
Grogu
Grogu is 50 years
50,
goddamn
and
old.
he's not even a baby. He looks like a baby. No, he does not. Did you guys fucking
Did we
know the
watch the
lore?
same show? Like, yeah,
Did
it
we
was
watch the
cute
same
for like
show?
30 seconds, and then it was annoying.
It got fucking so annoying. I like Mandalorian. I like the Mandalorian. Just Mando
I liked
himself.
it during season one.
I just don't like Baby Yoda. I don't like babies. I'm sorry. I hate babies. I fucking hate them.
I see
I
a
hate
baby, I
every single
drop
one
kick
of
the
them.
motherfucker.
Exactly. Holy shit. Um. Yeah. I don't really like Baby Groot or fucking Baby Yoda. Grogu, actually. His fucking
So
name's Grogu.
there's this one girl I was
Yeah.
seeing as well, and she loves Groot or Grogu. So, by the way, why? Quick comparison. Why the fuck did they both start with Grow?
That is true. That's
Grogu,
true.
Groot.
Groot. Exactly.
And then you got. I'm trying to think of more, but I can't off the top of my head because I'm kind of blanking on everything. By the way, I bought more comics today. I have a small issue with collecting comics again. It. I'm really excited to read these though. Absolute Batman. Like, dude, I'm actually seeking out all of the Nightwing run from Tom Taylor, but that's 3.5 years worth of comics.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe I'll just where I'm at right now, I'll read, and if I see a new issue, I'll pick it up when I can. But I just got
That's
all, everything Absolute from the new DC Universe ones, like Absolute Batman Volume 2, Superman, and Wonder Woman Volume 1s. I'm so excited to read them.
I still need to finish Watchmen. I still need to finish the comic book. No, graphic novel, actually.
I mean, graphic novel, I think, isn't graphic novel where it's like the compendium of
Yeah, it's
all,
basically
yeah.
all the series
They
just
have
into
way
one.
too
Yeah,
many fucking names for collections.
they
Here's
do.
an
Um,
osmium. Here's omnibus. Here's a collection. Here's a series. Here's whatever the fuck you else you want to call it. And it's like, God damn it! I what? Just give me one. God damn it!
I like getting the collections more than the separate books themselves.
I
In my
that was me, but then I started reading the books a lot more, and I was like, fuck, I cannot wait for this uh run to get a collection out. I tried that with Captain America in the 2018 run, and I caved and I just bought Marvel Unlimited, and I've had it for like 2 years now. I like it, but I haven't really used it because I've just been buying my books physically.
I like buying physically. I have never read. I do. I like reading online, but I hate the process of going through it and just dealing with ads or whatever.
Marvel
Just to fuck.
Unlimited is not that bad though, I will say. This is not an ad, by the way, guys. But Marvel Unlimited, I bought the annual pass,
Yeah,
so I get a Marvel Legend each year within some little goodies like pins and shit.
you get Marvel Legends. The fuck?
Yeah, so I think this year's figure is Spider Knight or Moon Spider. It's a Moon Knight mixed with Spider Man.
What the fuck? I didn't know they did that shit.
Yeah,
No one told me that.
it's really cool. I like it. Last year it was a
Is it
Nova.
exclusive?
Yeah,
Oh, that's sick. I didn't
last year
know they did that.
it was Nova. He wears a red outfit. I think Samuel or something. Uh,
Like
he
1 year basically. 1 year, and then you get the figure.
yeah. So if you signed up like now, I'm pretty sure you would get next year's figure. I don't know if you'd get this year's figure. Because I think this year's figure already shipped. I gotta double check that. But I'm excited for it because that's gonna go into my spider shelf. It might stay in the packaging though because it's unlimited. And it comes on a retro card back, which last year they didn't even do. They just had them ship in a baggie.
Did I know that? That's actually really cool.
They've also done that
Oh
with yellow or first appearance Daredevil.
shit.
And I that's the one I wanted to get, but I signed up too late and I
Speaking
was fucked up.
speaking of collecting, let's go into resellers. I fucking hate resellers. Holy shit.
If you're a
I
reseller,
hear you.
here's a actual threat. I will find you if you are trying to scam me. I do not care. You are not safe. This is a actually, I can't say it's a threat. I would politely like to beat the shit out of you. How's that?
I fucking hate collectors so much. Um,
Scalpers ruin the hobby sometimes.
scalpers do. I hate when there's a Spider-Man figure or like X-Men. X-Men fucking as soon as Cyclops got really popular again, suddenly he just became sold out of nowhere. It's
See,
like what the fuck?
for me, I'm a big Cyclops fan. I've always liked Cyclops more than almost any other Marvel or X-Men character. I've grown on Wolverine, but Wolverine being I like going against the everyone else, so I like Cyclops the most for X-Men.
I
I see it
love
go live,
Cyclops.
I pre-order, but I had to make the decision on like the
Yeah,
97 versus VHS one. I won the VHS because I like the cell shading, and I
it's
think
nothing
cell
against
shading
Cyclops.
looks better than non.
I I have to admit it. I'm sorry, but I do not like when Wolverine is main focus in X-Men movies. I do not like it. I was never really big fan. I like Wolverine as a character, but him as like the leader, like it does not make any sense. He's a very loner. You know,
Yeah,
he's meant to be like a one character just to like he just randomly goes on and off with the team. Cyclops, I blame the X-Men movies for this, for making him be like a cuck.
dude, in the comics, Cyclops fucking slays. Like, dude got with almost every psychic chick on that's a
He
mutant,
has a
and then
type.
some.
He has a type.
I okay, I will say this though. Would you
Emma
say no to
Frost.
Emma Frost and Jean Grey?
I would say yes to both. I don't give a three man.
Like, here's the thing. You I genuinely wouldn't say no to them, but
That's
at
actually
the
crazy.
same
Why did I
time,
say that?
he's kind of a piece of shit because of the movies.
He
Like, they
is a
made him
piece of shit.
super edgy, this like stone cold leader. X-Men 87 tried to bring back some of the justice to him, but then they undid most of it just by him everyone going against him. It's like, I can see him realistically snapping. I would if I was him. But at the same time, Cyclops is supposed to be the cool, calm-headed one. And why is Jean Grey mad that he slept with and had a baby with a clone that was
I didn't
mind
even
fucking
know.
him?
Did he even know it was her?
Yeah, like he didn't know. No one knew until Jean somehow, by the way, mysteriously. Like, have you seen 97 yet?
I have not seen that. I've been rewatching the original, so I have
Okay,
not seen
well, first
97.
off, you don't need to see the original for this. I will say that as someone that did not like the original cartoon.
I'm already almost finished with it.
Okay,
Let
then
me
I'll
just
stop talking about what happens, but yeah, I'm not a fan, but I'm like right now while we're talking, I'm on Big Bad Toy Store looking at figures. And dude, there's this one figure I want so bad, but the resellers ruined it. And by the time now I don't have the money for it, but I wanted to buy multiple packs of the Hydra and Shield female agents because I wanted to bolster that roster. By the time I got, or it was too late, they already went back up. But at the time, resellers just scooped them the fuck up, and I was like, God damn it! I couldn't even get the original retro card Spidey. I could have gotten the Peter, but I was broke, and I spent the
Yeah,
money on my ex. Well, at the
I
time
fucking
we were
hate it.
dating, but
I fucking hate that. Cyclops is such a really good character, but they ruined it with the whole X-Men film. The original X-Men films are decent in a way.
I liked them enough
X2,
to go back and rewatch them.
yeah. I just fucking hated the way they treated Cyclops. Like, holy shit.
I don't
The
know.
only time I really liked Cyclops being an edgy prick was during the I think it was the Ultimate X-Men run.
Yeah, I like him in the current run, but we are approaching the end of this episode, Space.
What?
We are approaching the end of this episode.
Oh shit,
So,
bro.
what are your final thoughts on collecting your collection and all that fun?
If a figure is old and if it's not rare, stop fucking making it thousands of dollars worth. I don't give a fuck if the figure was released in 2020. Why are you charging me $60 for a figure that was originally like $20 that time, that literally was mass produced in the span of it? Yeah, just because it was, fucking, oh, it wasn't very high demand, so a lot of people are now selling it less. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. This is Power Rangers I'm talking about. Barely anybody that isn't a 45-year-old man collects Power Rangers. No disrespect to the youngers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
the thing is, I think a lot of young kids just don't even have the attention span to watch it after like they get a phone because the parents. That's a different topic, but like I don't think they really watch Power Rangers anymore.
Yeah. Power Rangers itself got cooked after they try to recreate Mighty Morphin, which I really fucking hate when they do that, when they try to recreate the Mighty Morphin formula. Yes, it's good, but I really hate it because I genuinely like when a show Power
Evolves.
Rangers involves in itself. That's what I really love, really love Dino Thunder. I love Dino Thunder and SPD because it involved. It did not had like Monster of the Week or in
Bro.
space. It did not have fucking like basically Monster of the Week or storylines that went nowhere. I really like when the characters actually involved as people. I like when the story was took itself serious. SPD literally had one of the best arcs for a Blue Ranger, where literally Sky, dad, was a Red Ranger, and he dies, and literally Sky figures out who kills his dad, and he finally gets the guy that kills his father. Yes, I think the original script was that he actually does kill the person, but since it's a kids show, they literally just fucking put him in jail.
Oh no,
And
not oh my god to that. I went on Amazon and there's two packs that I really want to get that were over 100. Now they're under
yeah,
100.
shit,
One is like 66, or they're not two packs, they're multi packs, 5 figures. So one being
yeah,
$66, that's like 2.5 figures right there.
yeah.
And I'm
But
gonna I won't buy it, but
But I really hate that. I really hate that, and that's why I like the older seasons. The newer seasons, like I
Space is
fucking
going
hate
off
when
on Power Rangers.
I am. Let me do this segment real quick.
Space, we
Fucking
don't have the time
Hasbro.
for it though.
I don't care. Hasbro ruined Power Rangers because they aimed it towards more for kids instead of teenagers. The Disney era is literally the only best era in my opinion because it literally, even Saban itself, literally fucking took itself serious. Not even Saban, it was Bandai. Yeah, it's a band.
You're still
Bandai
gonna get
Saban
your
era.
Power Ranger episode.
Yes, I am. But let me just tease it real quick. I fucking hate how Hasbro made it really kid friendly instead of actually taking the time to appreciate the characters more.
Yeah,
I
but they don't.
fucking hated that. I really hate how it changed from a little. It was a little edgy. Don't get me wrong. The Disney era was a bit corny, but edgy. But it took itself seriously, and it gave us the best storylines ever written. Literally, the white fucking Dino Thunder Ranger Trent storyline alone is one of the best Evil Ranger arcs of all time. That literally they try to recreate it so many times already. But yes, that is my rant. And that is my collect. And that's my collecting.
You didn't
Ideal.
really mention anything about collecting after, just so you know. But
Okay. Yeah. We
so
really don't
here,
mention the topics we talk about. We literally just go off script.
I mean, we're already at 42 minutes in.
All right.
But for my final thoughts on collecting and collections, I I love my collecting. This is for me a hobby that I don't have a lot of time where I can sit and watch the stuff or read all the time. And plus, to me, I don't want to do that. So if I can look at a figure from that IP or show, movie, game, whatever, I get the same like satisfaction of that as I would from watching it. Yeah, it's not one to one the same, but it's just that little dopamine hit, and I love it. I know a lot of people don't. They see it, like I jokingly like at my old apartment. Even now, I still call this the Virgin Cave, despite all life and all that. But like, I try to make it professional looking enough. It's just such the stigma people put on it that bugs me. I like collecting. Collect what you want to collect, but at the same time, don't be a fucking creep about it. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
goddamn. But I'm excited to collect a lot more in 2025. There's a lot coming out. The HasLab comes out next year that I backed, which is really cool. Then we got lots of figures, lots of figures. That and like I'm really I want to expand my collections and break them off so I have like actual team collections because right now they're all just big groups of characters. I want to segment them off, get some detolfs, but that's more money that I
yeah.
don't have right now. But I'm excited for to collect more. And by the way, stay tuned. I'm doing a full collection breakdown on my main channel, Robotical Gamer, on YouTube. Um, if you're watching on YouTube, you can go to the homepage and the link to my channel is right there. Space will be down in the description, like always,
Just
on YouTube.
hello. I'll be posting soon. I'll be live streaming pretty. I don't know soon enough, but I'll be posting things. I have a series coming out soon, the Resident Evil series. Um, would I be showing off my collection? No, but
Bro,
maybe on my Instagram I will.
I want to do a
Um,
part two of this so bad because I want to dive into like the or current action figures. I'm
yeah,
looking the 3 and 3/4 inch Star Wars line. I hate the
vintage.
Star Wars vintage collection fans and community. I just and the line itself. I have a big rant I want to do, but
Oh my
we're
god,
already pushing the limit with this episode.
we're pushing the limit. Um,
But thank y'all like always
thank
for
you.
listening, watching. See you in the next one, and hope you like the new format. Take care.